my aim has been always to keep high quality and use the maximum of our traditional designs, which you can change colors and they're amazing. In the 60s, with a friend of mine, we opened model agency because publicity, we just started television, so publicity came up. And because we started the model agency, which was very complicated because of censorship, we had to do a model school. And then we had the revolution, so publicity was considered a part of capitalism, and we entered in a kind of communism. So from one moment to the other I had to change my life. The adventure of the factory is a result of the time of passing, changing a life. I had heard, because of some investigation I had to do for a ministry about textile, I heard about this factory that basically there were weavers, because the looms are very big, they always were used by men, but no wool, because of course they did not do the toski, as we call it, not the sharing of the wool. In the meanwhile I had to change completely life and lifestyle. Again, was 7 hours away from Lisbon, because it was only cobblestones. So I thought to change the life far away from the madding crowd was a good idea. So I opted to buy the existing factory with the name FABRICA ALENTEJANA, with the looms and the 4 weavers. And so I really built it up a good, important place up till we got into Europe. The last textile fair was in January 85. We got in 84 into Europe, and with all the big textile and medium textile people, we could play cards because there were absolutely no international clients. So then we all had a fit, I can say, thinking, well, what is this? And then we realized that we were into Europe. We work with wool, 100% wool. Merino is a sheep what came with the Moors, and most of the patterns come from Syria and North Africa. The beauty of it is the quality. Also, it's a natural product, ecological, because people will say wool is very warm in the summer, but before we had all this synthetic, people on the land always used to wear wool. So I think the beauty of it all is that you can transform something which is ancient in something for daily use with this enormous culture background. And as you know, culture and art are in what kind of society going first and the last one to come up. And that's why I'm considered, or this factory is considered one of the last ones in Europe, because we've been steady growing on. So up till 78 or something, we had no blue jeans, we had no Coca-Cola. And other things, you know. So we had substitute for that, but you can see it was more ecological already that time. First of all, it's acoustic, apart doing beauty of textile and what kind of circumstances. It's comfortable. I mean, I think of the ones we do for the floor, which the ones we have done for ceilings, is totally acoustic, and the coarseness. For instance, I did a book, a very complete book about a manta. So with all the details and history and as far, because nothing was written, so I had to get from the old weavers, from the old people. I made 2 dummies. I went to the Délégation de Culture from Alentejo, with a dummy. I went to the mayor of the town and the big shot for the Alentejo tourism. And I had the orçamento, the fee of the printers for 120 pages, more or less, 3 languages, the whole thing, ready to go into the printer. Now, after 2 months, I thought, I never had an answer for the 3 guys. And, you know, when I came and said, make an appointment, I said, oh, did you think about it? And he said, oh, Mizette, only Mizette. You know, you're making a book about the manta. And I said, well, yeah, it's your culture. I mean, I've preserved it up to now with never any financial support. So there was no. They thought it was the most hilarious idea, most ridiculous idea. We go ahead, I paid, and we're on the 3rd edition. When any big shop needs a big present, or a present which you can't afford, but they should give a present, they run up here, you know, the Japanese ambassador needs a rollernette or so, and then they say always, well, send a bill. I'm not sending a bill, it's above me. They didn't want to invest, they can have one, you know. The wool washing is hardly allowed anymore because of what the chemicals is in the water or like that. The other hand, if you wash the wool, it has lanolin, so that's taken for soap, for creams, etc. Now the easiest way is sending now at the moment is 95% of merino wool is sent to China to be washed. And then comes back, but it doesn't come back to Portugal or Spain, it goes to Italy because merino wool is the finest. Another very interesting thing is that on La Raya, there are 150 women shepherds, but with flocks from 400 to 2,000 sheep. And why? Because of unemployment. They got together a small association. They opened already a school for shepherds. Because a shepherd is not a guy that goes to the field, like he learned from his father and grandfather and things like that, because the grandfathers already died and they never were interested or what. There's still some shepherds. And the part of the shepherd is knowing the sheep, it's the breeding, it's the vaccination, is also the part veterinary, and to know the pheasant, you know, the countryside. Okay. So, the importance is around the wool. We have to preserve it so well.